Hey, I'm James. You don't need to do anything right now except be here. The beats are already in the background. We're going to let them work. You've probably spent a lot of today in your head. Most people do. By the time evening comes, the brain has been generating, managing, reacting, planning, adjusting, recalculating. It's tired even when it doesn't feel tired. The fatigue is real. It just doesn't announce itself the way physical fatigue does. Instead, it shows up as an inability to settle. As thoughts that loop. As the strange, wired but exhausted feeling where you're clearly depleted, but nothing in you will slow down. That's what tonight is for. Let me explain what's happening in the background of this track, because I think knowing the mechanism is useful. The frequency is 40 Hz. Binaural beats work by delivering a slightly different tone to each ear. Your brain processes the difference between those two tones and perceives it as a third frequency, a beat, at whatever rate the math produces. Your brain is actually generating that beat, constructing it from the difference between the inputs. At 40 Hz, some research suggests this may support processes related to cognitive settling, attention regulation, and the coordination of activity between brain regions. That's not magic. That's just how the brain works when it's given the right input. You don't need to understand the specifics. You just need to be here. The frequency is doing what it does whether you're thinking about it or not. Actually, it works better when you're not thinking about it. So let's get you thinking about something else. Let's start with your body. Because that's the fastest path to your nervous system, and your nervous system is what's running the show tonight. Notice where you're lying, the specific surface beneath you, the texture of whatever you're resting on, the pressure of your body against it. Not a vague, floating sensation. Real physical weight. Real contact. The actual interface between you and the world. Let the surface hold you. You've been holding yourself up all day. Sitting, standing, adjusting, maintaining posture. That's over. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. Let the bed or the floor or whatever it is take your weight. All of it. Take a breath in. Normal depth. Nothing dramatic. And let it out a little more slowly than it came in. That's it. Again, if you want. Or let your breathing just settle into its own pace. Your body knows how to breathe. It's been doing it your whole life without your management. You can step back from managing it now. I'm going to move us through your body systematically from the feet up. This is a redirect. Your brain is always looking for something to process. We're going to give it a clear, simple, low-effort job, noticing. Just moving attention through the body, region by region. No output required. No action required. Just attention. Fate. Both at once or one at a time. Notice whatever's there. Tension or relaxation, or the temperature, or the feeling of whatever surface they're resting against. Neutral observation. The way you'd note the light level in a room. Not evaluating it, just registering it. If tension releases when you bring your attention to it, that's fine. If it doesn't, that's also fine. The body doesn't need to perform for you right now. Your ankles, the joints themselves, the small collection of bones that allows the foot to move in so many directions, the tendons crossing over the top. You haven't thought about your ankles today. They've been working without your attention. Give them a moment of it now. Then let them rest. Calves. The back of your lower legs. These muscles stay partially contracted even at rest, especially in people who spend a lot of time on their feet or who carry physical tension in the lower body. They are often tighter than you guess until you pay attention. Give them permission to release whatever they are holding. Shins. The front of your lower legs, where the tibialis anterior runs along the outside of the bone. Most people have very little awareness of this muscle until they've done a lot of walking or hiking and it starts to ache. Even without aching, there's usually some baseline tension there. Just let it ease. Nays. The joint itself, the soft tissue around it, the tendons that cross it inside and out. The patella, the kneecap, resting in its groove. If there's any accumulated ache here from the day, just let it be there without needing to fix it. The ache is allowed to be part of the picture. It just doesn't need your active attention. Thighs. Both surfaces. The quadriceps in front, which are large muscles and hold a lot. The hamstrings in back, which tend to stay shortened and tight in people who sit for portions of the day. Let them both go. Let them go flat and heavy and wide against the surface beneath you. Let the weight of your legs go somewhere other than your own muscle effort. Hips and pelvis. This region is important. The muscles here are designed to maintain your upright posture, and they're very good at their job. So good, in fact, that they often keep doing it long after you've lain down, because the nervous system doesn't update its instructions to the muscles immediately. It keeps sending the signal to hold on, even when holding on is no longer necessary. We're going to interrupt that signal. Notice the muscles of your hips, the glutes, the hip flexors, the deep rotators. Give them a direct instruction. You can disengage now. The work of the day is done. You can stop holding. Let them go soft. Lower back. The lumbar spine and the muscles on either side of it. Whether you've been at a desk all day or on your feet or moving around, this area takes load and holds tension. Let it spread. Let your back flatten slightly against the surface. Abdomen and diaphragm. Your breathing lives here. The diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle just below the lungs. On each inhale, it contracts and flattens, moving downward, creating the pressure differential that draws air in. On each exhale, it relaxes and rises back into its dome shape. This has been happening thousands of times today. Feel it now. The subtle rise and fall of your belly with each breath. The mechanical rhythm that's been running your whole life. Let your belly be soft. Let it move freely with each breath without you directing it. You don't need to breathe deeply or slowly or in any particular way. Just let it happen on its own. Feel the rhythm. In. Out. In. Out. Your body is breathing. You don't have to. Just let it. Chest. Ribs. The ribcage expands outward, forward, and sideways with each inhale. A three-dimensional expansion that most people have never noticed because they've never paid attention to it. It's a subtle thing, but when you tune into it, you can feel it clearly. The movement of the lower ribs spreading outward like a hand opening. The slight rise of the upper chest. Just feel it. You didn't have to make it happen. It's just happening. That is always what's been happening. Every breath of your life, your body has been doing this without your direction. Every night of your life, it has continued breathing while you were unconscious. It doesn't need you to supervise. Let that be reassuring. Your body knows what it's doing. You can step back from managing it. Shoulders. Here is where the most evident tension usually lies. The trapezius muscles, which run across the top of your shoulders and up the back of your neck, are among the most anxiety-responsive muscles in the body. They engage before your conscious mind registers a stressor, and they hold on long after the stressor has passed. This is partly evolutionary, partly habit. The body learns the shape of alertness and holds it as a default. Let your shoulders drop. Actively give them direction. Let them move downward, away from your ears. More than you think you need to. There is more space available between your earlobes and your shoulder tops than you're currently using. Arms. The whole length of both arms. Your forearms hold the physical tension of everything you do with your hands. Typing, holding, gripping, scrolling. That tension stays in the muscles long after you've put the work down. Let it go. Wrists. Hands. Let your fingers straighten slightly, not forced open, just uncurled. The natural position of a hand that is empty and at rest. Your hands don't have to hold anything tonight. Neck. The posterior muscles especially, the ones at the back of your neck that have been managing the weight and angle of your head all day. The average head weighs 10 to 12 pounds. Those muscles have been working continuously since you woke up. Every forward tilt, every sideways glance, every moment your head wasn't perfectly balanced over your spine, they compensated. Automatically, without rest. Let your head be heavy. Let those muscles transfer the job to whatever's beneath your head. That's what the pillow is there for. Jaw. Check it now. Are your teeth touching? Most people's are, even when they believe they're completely relaxed. There is a resting position with lips closed and teeth slightly apart that most of us almost never actually use because we're almost always carrying some degree of background tension in the face. Let your teeth part. Let the masseter muscles, the ones on the sides of your jaw, release their grip. Let your tongue rest at the bottom of your mouth. Eye muscles. Brow. Forehead. Even behind closed lids, your eyes may be moving slightly. Following thoughts. Tracking internal imagery. Let them be still. Let the muscles around your eyes soften completely. Let there be nothing to see and nowhere to look. Your forehead. The skin there and the muscles beneath it. Let it all smooth. No expression needed here. You've moved through your entire body from the ground up. You're lying heavier than you were when we started. Not because you've done anything complicated, but because you've systematically given your muscles permission to stop working. That's not nothing. That's your nervous system responding to the input you've been providing. The mechanism is simple. Attention to a muscle group, followed by permission to release. The body responds because the nervous system is listening. You're speaking its language. Let's go through it one more time, faster. A second pass. Just to deepen what you've already started. Feet. It's heavy. Calves. Released. Thighs. Flat and heavy. Hips. Disengaged. Lower back. Spread. Belly. Soft. Chest. Easy. Shoulders. Down. Arms. It's heavy. Hands. Open and empty. Neck. It's long. Jaw. Apart. Eyes. Still. Forehead. Smooth. Your whole body from the ground up at rest. Not perfect rest. Real rest. Whatever it is right now. That's enough. It's now the mind. The body scan was also a mind intervention, whether or not it felt like one. When your attention was on your calves, it wasn't on whatever it was cycling through before. That's the point. Not suppression. Redirection. The mind can only hold one primary focus at a time, and the body is a useful place to send it when you want to interrupt a loop. We're going to keep working with that principle. Your mind has been generating content all day. That's its job. Especially a mind like yours, one that doesn't idle easily, that processes constantly, that keeps running background operations on unresolved things. That's not a bug. It's the same capability that makes you useful and perceptive and good at what you do. But right now, we're going to give that capability a rest. Not permanently. Just for tonight. Here's a simple framework for working with thoughts as they arrive. When a thought comes, observe it without engaging. Don't argue with it, don't follow it down, whatever path it's offering. Just name it briefly. Work tomorrow, something I said, something unresolved, one word or two. Then return your attention to the breath, or the body, or the sense of the surface beneath you. You're not ignoring the thought. You're choosing where your attention goes. That's a different thing. The things that need attention tomorrow will still need it tomorrow. The decisions that need to be made will still be there. Sleep doesn't erase them. Sleep processes them. During the night, your brain consolidates the day's experience. Moves information from short-term to long-term storage. Clears metabolic waste through the glymphatic system, which operates primarily during sleep. Restores the prefrontal cortex's capacity for regulation, decision-making, and perspective. You wake up and you're a different tool than you were when you went to sleep. More capable. More resourced. Better equipped to deal with exactly the things that feel impossible tonight. Trust that process. Let it run. There's a simple practice that helps the mind settle when it keeps returning to something. Pick a word. Any word. Something neutral. Something that doesn't have a charge to it. A word like still, or rest, or just one. And repeat it very quietly in the back of your mind, once every few seconds, like a very slow heartbeat of language. It's not out loud. Just internally. Very soft. When a thought arrives, let it arrive. Name it if you want. And then return to the word. The word gives your mind somewhere to rest between thoughts. Not a forced focus. Just a gentle home base. Still. Still. If the word itself stops working, let it go. There's no failure here. The practice is the practice, not the product of it. Return to the breath. Return to the body. Return to wherever feels most grounded. Let your thoughts slow down. Let the space between them get a little wider. You don't have to empty the mind. You just have to stop filling it. I want to take you somewhere. Somewhere easy to be. Before we go, I want to check in with your body one more time. A final pass. Faster than the first. Just to deepen whatever you've already released. Fainter. Notice them. It's heavy. Good. If they're still holding anything, let it go now. Let them sink. Legs. The full length of both legs. Whatever's left of the day's tension in your calves, thighs, the backs of your knees. Let it all drain downward. Let it go into the surface beneath you. Your back against the bed or floor. Let it be wider. Flatter. Let every muscle along your spine give up its last bit of effort. Your belly. Completely soft. Rising and falling with breath you're not managing. Shoulders. Check them. If they came back up at all, let them drop again. Further down. More space. Face. Jaw. Eyes. Forehead. Let all of it be completely, utterly still. Your entire body, from your feet to the top of your head, at rest. It's heavy. Still. Done. Good. It's now a forest in late order. Take a moment to build it. Let it become real. The trees have mostly dropped their leaves. The bare branches reach upward and outward, complex and interesting against the sky, like lines drawn by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. The light comes through the canopy in clear, long columns, the low sideways light of a day that's nearly finished. Everything is lit from the side. The shadows are long across the ground, longer than seems possible, reaching all the way across the path. The path ahead is covered in fallen leaves. Dry and layered. Every color between gold and rust. They've been falling all month, and the layer is thick and soft. So you're walking. No destination. No timetable. Just the path between the trees, going forward at whatever pace your body wants. Your footsteps make a consistent papery sound in the leaves. Rhythmic. Soft. You're not tracking it. You don't need to. It's just happening with each step. The air is cool enough to be clean, not cold enough to be uncomfortable. Each breath pulls in something sharp and clear and good. The smell of it is specific to this season, this time of day. Cold earth, old leaves, faint wood, the particular fragrance of late autumn air that has no equivalent anywhere else. Your body is comfortable. The temperature is exactly right for this pace, this kind of walking. You walk without intention. The path bends and you follow it. The trees change. Older ones now. Wider trunks with bark that has been there for decades. Their roots come up through the path and make it interesting underfoot, and you step over them or around them without thinking about it. Light comes through in narrow beams where the canopy is thinnest. Each beam is visible in the air, the way light gets visible when there's dust or moisture for it to catch against. You walk through one. Warm for just a second. Then through. The path is quieter here. Deeper in the forest. Whatever distant sounds existed at the edge, traffic or human things, are gone now. There's just the path and the trees, and the soft rhythmic sound of your footsteps, and the occasional sound of something natural from somewhere unseen. The tap of a woodpecker. The drop of something from a branch above you. The wind in the highest branches, which is different from the wind at ground level, higher and wilder and further away. The air is cool enough that each breath is clean and clear. The smell of cold earth and old leaves, and something slightly sweet that belongs to this season specifically. Your body is comfortable. Your pace is easy. This is the walking you do when there's nowhere to be, no one waiting, nothing scheduled. The path bends slightly. You follow it. The trees here are old. Wide trunks with complex bark. Roots that spread out over the ground and make the path uneven in interesting ways. Light comes through in narrow beams where the canopy is thinnest, each beam visible in the air like light through a gap in old wood. You walk through one. Warm for a second. Then through. There's been a sound in the background that you're now consciously aware of. Water. Not far. Ahead and to the right. A stream moving over rocks. You've been hearing it since the path bent, without registering it. Now it's clear. The path curves toward it. The stream is exactly what that sound promised. Narrow, clear, moving at the pace of water that has been running this same course for a very long time. The rocks in it are smooth and rounded from the years. The water finds its way around each one without effort, without resistance, just moving. There's a flat rock on the bank. You sit down. The rock is cool and solid. The water is right there. The sound of it is steady, the consistent voice of water over stone, something between rushing and murmuring. It's not loud. Just present. watch the water. The surface of the stream isn't uniform. There are places where it moves faster, where the rocks are closer together or the stream bed dips. Places where it slows and almost seems to pause in a wider basin before picking up again around the next bend. Depth and speed and turbulence in constant variation, but underneath all of it, the same consistent direction. The same downstream pull. You sit and watch, and something in your thinking starts to move the same way. Not solving problems, just moving. The thoughts arise and travel the way water moves, finding the path of least resistance, going around things instead of into them. The thing you were turning over earlier in the evening. You notice it again. It arrives like a leaf from upstream. You say it, and then you watch it travel around the bend. Another thought. Something about tomorrow. Something about a conversation. Let it come. Watch it go. You don't have to resolve it. You don't have to figure out the right angle or the right response. Just let it travel. The stream is moving. The thoughts can move with it. The water doesn't judge what it carries. It just keeps moving. You've been sitting here long enough that the forest has gotten used to you. That's what happens when you stay still in a natural place. It calibrates to you. The small creatures that went quiet when you first arrived are moving again. Something very small, a bird or a chipmunk, works through the leaf litter somewhere to your left. The trees settle and creak slightly in the wind above. You're not foreign here anymore. You belong here now for this evening. The light is different now. The day is later. The gold has deepened into something richer. The shadows between the trees are longer. The sky above the bare canopy is still light, but has started its deepening, the blue going from pale to medium to the kind of rich that signals evening is close. Your body is settled on the rock. Not perfectly comfortable, it's a rock, but settled. The small adjustments you've been making have stopped. Your body has found a position and is staying in it. Your breathing is slow. Slower than it was when you came down the path. Slower than when you first sat down. You've stopped tracking the frequency, but it's still there, underneath the sound of the water, underneath your breathing, underneath the large silence of the forest. Your brain has been receiving it this whole time. Processing it. Responding to it below the level of conscious attention. That's how it works. The things that help most are often the things you stop tracking. Let yourself stop tracking. Stop checking whether you're relaxed enough. Stop monitoring whether sleep is close. Those checks are the thing that's been keeping it away. Just sit on the rock. Listen to the water. Let the evening come. day is done. Whatever you accomplished or didn't accomplish, it belongs to the day, and the day is finished. The list you were keeping in the background of your mind, you can close it. Not lose it. Just close it. The same way you close a file at the end of a workday. It'll be there tomorrow. You can reopen it then. But the work session is over. This is something different. This is the time between. The time your brain needs not to be doing anything. Not even the good things. Not even the useful things. Just resting. Let it rest. Steady. Patient. Your brain has been leaning into it this whole time without noticing. That's fine. That's how it works. Leaves fall from upstream. They land on the surface of the stream and travel. You watch one until it rounds the bend. Then another. The stream keeps moving. It doesn't hold on to anything. Your thoughts can move the same way tonight. As they arrive, you see them. As they go, not gone forever. Just downstream. The sky above the tree line is deepening. That particular rich blue that comes just before the first stars. Saturated. Still. A star. Just one at first. Very bright. Above the trees, in a patch of open sky, where the canopy is thin enough to see through. You don't have to do anything with it. Just see it. Then another appears. Slightly dimmer. A little to the left. Then three more in a cluster. Then more. The sky is darkening fast now, and the stars are coming with it, appearing the way they always do when you're still enough to watch, one by one, and then suddenly many, until there are more than you bother counting. The stream is still moving. The stars are still appearing. Your body is very still on the rock. The sound of the water is the same sound it's been the whole time. Steady. Consistent. Not demanding anything. Just there. And the frequency beneath this track is the same. Steady. Consistent. Not demanding anything. Just there. Two things running in parallel, both of them saying the same thing your body is slowly, finally beginning to believe. There is nothing happening right now that requires a response. There is no threat. There is only this stream, and this sky, and this cooling night, and a body that is very, very tired and is being given permission at last to rest. When the nervous system really receives that signal, something happens in the body that you can sometimes feel if you're paying attention. A kind of softening in the deep muscles. Not a dramatic release, just a quiet settling. The muscles that have been holding on because holding on felt necessary, and they were never told they could stop. They can stop. They are stopping. Notice if anything shifted just then. Maybe in the chest. Maybe in the belly. Maybe in the deep muscles of the back that you forgot you were still tensing. Whatever it was, let it keep going. The cool air of the forest is exactly the right temperature. Cool enough that you're aware of it, not so cold that it demands anything. Your body temperature has been dropping slightly for the last hour, the way it naturally does in preparation for sleep. The core cools. The brain quiets. The metabolic rate slows. Your body is already running the preparation sequence. You're almost there. Your breath is slow. Very slow. You may have stopped tracking it. That's good. That means your body has taken over without you managing it. The rock beneath you is solid. The earth beneath the rock is solid. You are held up by something very old and very reliable. You have never fallen through the ground. The earth has held you every night of your life. It will hold you tonight. Something in your body releases when it really believes that. Not all tension, not all at once. Just a quiet letting down in the deepest muscles. The ones that hold on longest. The ones that have been holding since before you even knew they were holding. Let them go now. The sky is full of stars. The stream is moving. Your breath is slow. Your mind is quieter than it has been all day. There's something worth understanding about this moment, if understanding appeals to you. The mind you have, the one that processes fast and connects ideas, and doesn't stop easily, it's also capable of profound rest. Not because you forced it, but because rest is just what happens when you give the right conditions and step back from forcing anything. The mind slows down the same way a car slows down when you take your foot off the accelerator. You don't have to apply the brakes. You just have to stop pressing the gas. You've been doing that for this whole hour. Taking your foot off. And the speed has come down. All the way down. The sky above the tree line is very dark now. Not black exactly. The dark blue that comes with a sky full of stars, which isn't black but something richer. The stars give it light in a way that you feel rather than see. Your breath is very slow. 4, maybe 5 breaths a minute. You're not counting. This is the threshold. The place between waking and sleep where the mind starts to do something different. Where thinking becomes less linear. Where the imagery starts to feel more like experience than imagination. Where the forest is both something you're holding in your mind something entirely real. Where the stream sounds like a real stream. You know this place. You've been here before, in moments just before sleep, in moments of deep rest. The brain knows it too. Your brain has crossed this threshold every night of your life. Some people try to hold on here. They get to this edge, and something in them recognizes that sleep is close and gets interested in it, and in that interest pulls themselves back from it. Don't do that. If you feel the edge, let go of it. Don't examine it. Don't try to understand what the threshold feels like. Just fall off the other side. The 40 Hz frequency is still doing its work below your attention. Your brain has been receiving it for this entire hour. The patterns it supports have been developing gradually below the level of your awareness, the way sleep develops, quietly and cumulatively, until it's simply there. That's where you are now. Right there. The stream is still moving on the other side of your closed eyes. The forest is still dark and cool. The stars are still there. And you are on the bank, and your body is heavy and still, and your mind is slow, and the threshold is right here. Let it take you. Just let it take you. You don't have to do anything for that to happen. Just stop doing the one thing that's been preventing it, holding on. Let it take you the rest of the way. You don't have to steer. You don't have to check. You don't have to do anything except stop stopping it. There's something I want to say to you before you go. You've spent a lot of today managing things. Your brain, your tasks, your interactions, your energy. That's the reality of the kind of mind you have and the kind of life you live. It requires a lot of management. But management is not who you are. It's something you do. And tonight, for this hour, you've been doing something different. You've been letting things be instead of managing them. Your body, your thoughts, your breath. You've been allowing instead of directing. That's harder than it sounds for someone who's good at directing. But you did it. And tomorrow, the management will be there. The things that need handling will need handling. The decisions that need making will need making. You'll be capable of that. More capable, actually. Because of this. Because of tonight. Sleep isn't a pause from your life. It's part of how you do it well. So let the night have you. All the way. The stream. The stars. The steady frequency underneath everything. The breath going in and out without your help. Sleep. Your body is done for tonight. In the best way. Completed. At rest. Ready. Let the water keep moving. Let the night hold the forest. Let your brain do what brains do when you finally give them what they need. Sleep. Good. Right there. Just like that.